I'm officially finished my first year of university, which is an insane thing to say. It's so crazy that something that has been so hyped up over the last few years is finally over. Like, I remember in 7th grade talking about, like, oh, what kind of careers are you going to get? What are you going to do for schooling and after high school? And it's like, 7th grade? That was like 7 years ago. Holy shit. And throughout April, there was this whole sense of dread that it was going to be over because it was so hyped up and it was so good. And, you know, all the friends that you make, all the experiences that you have, everyone has to go part their ways for a couple months. And then we're all going to come back later. But it was like really hard to like deal with throughout April. And at the same time, everybody had to study their fucking ass off. And it was really annoying because it's like we all just wanted to hang out, and also studying is stressful. And maybe that's why everyone was crying too. It was so bad. Alright guys, time to study for finals! Not excited. In fact, I'm very late. Usually I study at least 2 weeks before finals. It is 5 days before my first final. So here I have an environmental science final, a psychology final, and a physics final. But the physics final isn't even math? I don't know how to study for it. Then I have my psychology one and my environmental science, which are literally just flashcards, and I do fine. So I want you guys to join me as I go through my little bit of thought process here. Maybe I'll offer some advice, okay? Because I use Notion. Notion is literally my favorite app. I don't know what I would do without Notion in my life. If I grew up in a time before computers, why am I sweating so much? If I was born in a time before computers, I'd be done for. Literally cooked, done for. Okay, the thing that's annoying with me is for some reason, during one of my psych classes, which by the way, psych is my major, so for some reason I didn't want to prioritize that class this semester, I was not reading the textbook throughout the last half of the semester. I had 5 chapters to read, and luckily I only have 2 left, but I've been reading so much psychology lately, oh my god. I have to read this. Hopefully I can do that tomorrow. Flashcards take forever to make. There are like 70 terms in each chapter, and I feel like maybe I'm going a bit too far, but I just want to be thorough here. Okay, the last few tests I've had have been really like crazy on the... And then another thing I do is I make concept posters where I just take everything I need to know for a single test and I put it on a big piece of poster board. And then it makes it seem way less daunting because it's like, oh, it's all on this one piece of paper. It's basically just like a big cheat sheet. This coffee is kicking in right now. I've had to start making coffee like the classic. I guess not classic. I'm just not using those like the normal creamers you get at the store. I'm just having milk and sugar. Makes the shit so much worse. You know what? Sometimes you have to have your priorities. My perfectionist ass needs my grades to be perfect. I'm not gonna fail. And really, that's all I need to do at this point in my life. Alright, so this is what it finally looks like. It looks like more than it is. Some of these things should only take 45 minutes. Now, I gotta lock the fuck in. Just here doing some last minute studying. Or not last minute, late night studying. So I still have 2 days until my final. How do I care? Fighting the urge to stop caring? Nothing will ever be as difficult as the end of grade 12. That was so hard because, I mean, I also think like some of it was on me, but like I needed a job to pay for grad and pay for everything. I had tons of schoolwork to do. I had diplomas to study for. I had to prepare for grad, but university has not gotten that bad yet. But over the summer, I have to become an adult. I have to work a job, pay rent. What? I'm still pretty sad that I had to leave my university dorm behind. It's so nice just to live in an area that's basically a miniature walkable city with everything that you need within walking distance. But now, I have to move on from that. I have a new place I'm living, and I'm finally an adult with some independence. I gotta finish up my room. Alright. Now how do I want this organized? So, this is the last step I have to do when basically setting up this room. Because there's nothing else that can really fit, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. I've learned to accept it. Please ignore the horrible, horrible wind. And I have to reset up all my posters, which are now stuck together, which is awesome. So smart of me, actually. I definitely think this Minecraft poster's going up. It's just too iconic not to. Look, that means it should definitely just stay there, right? Like, there's no issues with this setup at all. Not even joking, I've been delaying filming this for so long because I've been consumed by the brain. It is crazy. I have this wolf poster that needs to go up. Yeah. So I've been on my own for the last few days. Unemployed. Doing whatever the fuck I want. I think I'm in my era where, like, at first when I went to the gym, I was like, oh, I'd come back sore, but it was, like, good sore. And lately it's just been, like, bad soreness, which has been kind of unfortunate. Oh, don't bend. No, shit. Because once I'm done this, my room's, like, officially set up, which means I can't leave. Because, admittedly, the place where I'm at right now, it's a little tough to find a job, methinks. If I'm putting up the Zelda poster, I'm sticking around. Did any of you guys watch my previous video? Not that I'm like begging you to, but I just wanted to provide some context here. That video was for a school project. I needed to get it out as soon as possible. And my dumbass kind of procrastinated throughout the semester. It came out in a quality worse than I intended, and I even got some comments that were like, wow, it's really sloppy. This is definitely a first-year uni student project. What do you mean by that? What do you actually mean by that? Are you saying that a first-year university student can't be good at editing? Fuck you. Also, am I an expert or is that like not crooked? And then, would you believe it? My Taylor Swift 1999 post. 1999? 1989. That's the year. Is that too gay? Putting the Zelda and the Taylor Swift poster right next to each other, the homophobes are leaving. What the fuck am I even talking about? Actually, you know what I mean? Sometimes I like lose my energy. I used to just be able to yap and yap and yap, and I think for once, just like meeting a friend group of a bunch of other yappers, I'm like out. I like can't talk anymore. Wait. I'm cooking something here. Damn it. I didn't think I'll put this all the way through. Sometimes it's really not that serious. The way I need to organize these posters doesn't actually fucking matter. But I also I'm sorry, I like them to make some sense to me, okay? Because if I have cool Zelda posters, they're gonna go next to the other cool Zelda poster. That's just how it works. I am experiencing, what's the word, dichotomy? I don't think I've ever used that word before in my life. As I'm an adult, and there are certain things that maybe I've liked a lot at some point, but maybe I don't like anymore and I find kind of embarrassing. I'm like, do I put that kind of stuff up on my wall? Because then I have shit that I actually really like Stranger Things. Okay, yeah, I have a Stranger Things and a Taylor Swift poster, so I'm not actually the most unique person you've ever seen in your life. Shout out to this artist on Etsy, because they made really cool posters. Stephology.ca, or whatever it is, I'll link you in the description. These are sick-ass posters. God, remember 2022 summer? That was the best summer ever. So at this point, I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing, but I think it's coming out and it looks kind of cool. I have this much tape left, so figure something out and I'll let you guys know how it goes. Genius. I took all the old tape off of posters that I'm not putting up, and I decided to use it to hang up the remaining stuff. Alright, so I would probably show you a finished, decorated version of this room, but those posters fell off, everything's falling apart, it's still a mess in here, and I'm not even sure if this room will be mine by the end of tomorrow. Don't know what's going on, it's okay, I'll recover. I just wanted to thank you guys for joining me for, I guess, my journey throughout my first year of university. Life is looking up, I'm really excited for the summer. I have so many goals and things that I want to do that I'm working towards and I'm working on, and it's hoping to upload here a bit more consistently, so I'm excited for that. And I guess I just want to end this video off talking about how the reason I think my first year of university went so well, it's kind of the first time I was not disappointed by a big major life change, which I know sounds a bit crazy and also kind of depressing. My life is not that bad at all. I'm incredibly privileged with many things, but there's things about high school and middle school and everything. Those big stages that you go through growing up, so many times I felt so disappointed in them. And I think it's because I had very much a victim mindset about things where I was always I never felt like I had the control or the ability to change things in my life to make them better. I mean, it is harder when you're a kid overall, but like, ignore the sniffling, by the way. I'm not sick. I'm literally packing up to go to the gym right now. I am not sick. If I can't go to the gym for one more day, I'm gonna fucking riot. Now that you have independence, change up your habits. Don't live like you did when you lived with your parents or whoever you lived with. Do whatever the fuck you want. Do what makes you happy, and you finally have the power. But also, like, the things that make you happy are not necessarily like the easy things that you do on the day-to-day, and that usually involves like forcing yourself to put yourself through something horrendously uncomfortable and scary. I don't know, that's kind of the thing that made university different for me, is that it forced me to confront my fears and anxieties and like push through those things, because it was just such a big change. I also like went into it thinking, okay, I'm making this my own. I finally have like the power to make this my own. And it sucks because looking back, I'm like, there's so many other times in my life where I could have made it better and I didn't, but also whatever. The past is the past. Being a teenager is just kind of gonna suck. At least now that I'm older, there's so much power that you have. Just do whatever you want. I don't know. My advice to you, the viewer, if you're going to university or whatever, do whatever the fuck you want and confront your fears and whatever and anxiety, like whatever. I don't need to lecture you. I'm 19 years old. What the fuck actually do I know? Maybe I'm lying. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching and for sticking around. I appreciate all the new support on the like new videos lately. Like, what do you mean I got almost 5,000 views on that video like 2 videos ago? It means a lot. Anyway, thanks for watching.